Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is Divine Sunshine coming fresh with you. Your weekend, week rather, forecast. I just came right on down because I say if I keep on going, I'll never make my way down here. So I'm fresh with my pink robe and my new pink hair. You'll see it later on. I'll reveal it a little bit more, and I call it when I wear my these are my divine masculine. I forgot from I have my divine masculine here to anchor for the divine masculine collective, and my divine feminine self to be here also to anchor in for the divine feminine collective. Okay, so I asked him to help and guide. This is when I had these on. I say, I really, God help us. I really look, we look like twins for real. Um, so I'm gonna be speaking kind of low because my dad is up and he's up and about. So I hope you can still kind of hear me. So this week, we're gonna look at the energies from the top, off the top, what I'm feeling with the divine feminine is really we're working on standing in our power and getting our bliss. Last week I told you all to do a lot of like thinking, like really think about, let all that kind of unconscious or that what is called, it's like a flow where it's just ideas just come and it just flows, but you don't have any reasoning and you just kind of write it. So you just kind of letting it flow, conscious flow of things, just letting it come out subconsciously, the feelings, the everything. That was last week. This week I believe that we're moving into a direction of being more so of a purpose, and our gifts are being revealed a little bit more this week. I mean, towards the end, which I told you we're going to get a shift towards the end. My auras have been popping. Like even this morning, I'm looking, I'm seeing yellows, I'm seeing pinks, I'm seeing purples, um, all different kind of things. So that's popping off. Really make sure that since this is an experiential channel, that you are really exercising opening up the heart chakra, divine feminines, and this probably could be for the divine masculines. Those of you all that are in masculine bodies, this is helpful for you too, for your emotional self. Divine for you masculines that are maybe divine masculines as well, doing a lot of opening. I told you the butterfly thing where you do this and you open up the heart chakra. You want to open that up more. Definitely also with some they call it the swan dive. I want to back up and then mess up and make the flowers fall, but it's the thing where you go down in yoga, you go down and you do the arch with the what's the monkey. It's been a long time since I do that. You arch up and you go down and you swan, come up and down, and then you swan dive to go back in there, and then you arch again to open up your heart chakra. I find myself instinctively before I went to the energy person, reader, and healer, that I was doing that on my own to really opening up the heart. It's been helping a lot in helping to connect with others. Definitely divine feminine. I even told my niece this, go buy some water, get in tune with nature, listen maybe to sounds of water. Some with that is helping to kind of cleanse and purify some of the old stuff that's still kind of there, especially when you're trying to make moves and make changes. Just something about that. So maybe I would say even take like a bath, salt bath. I will also say, if you can't do that, listen to water. It just really, to me, it keeps on saying it's not more so about you soaking in it. It's more so about you hearing the running water or seeing the water sounds, because it's going to do something that's going to bring like a cleansing kind of effect on that. I know even with me, I've had things of me really like perspiring, like heat waves coming over, like wet. Yeah, I know. So that's a lot of stuff that's going on. And then also with that, the divine masculine, kind of watching when you're talking. Those of you all that may be in communication, little bit or a lot, watch the communication with your divine masculine, because I know a lot of us is kind of working on standing in our power, and while you're doing that, standing in your power at the same time, it is causing him to be more vulnerable, And you could kind of tell a couple of times through my conversation with my divine masculine. A lot of times he was saying, I apologize, I'm sorry, you know, this, that. And I'm like, where this coming from? It's just like, you know, little kind of mistakes. Not saying sorry for the whole experience, but just really saying, okay, what is this? I said, oh, I could feel. I said, that's right. I seen one reader saying they're in their vulnerability because we're standing in power, which is throwing them off. So they're getting more into their feminine side, to the emotional things. So kind of, you know, send love and light to them and just kind of watch the dialogue that you're having with your divine masculine, because you don't want to, you know, like a person that's trying to heal and trying to work on them things. You don't want to do anything to trigger them, that cause the progress that you and him have, and especially if you're in communication with them, to cause them to extra trigger them. So I just kind of want to bring that into your to your attention about that. I was saying about me and my hair. I say it's funny, intuitively my stylist just picked the color. We was going some other kind of way, and my hair said, no, I think I want to kind of go this way. I'm finding this interesting that the colors that I'm matching up with that she's doing are colors in which it like match up with the chakras, and maybe it's a way that my body is telling me these are things you need to work on. So like when I first started the channel, it was gold, it was yellow, so which means I had to work with my solar plex power. Then I moved and evolved into the orange with a little bit of pink going into it, which to me lets me know that I need to work with my sacral and the higher heart. Now they moved into the higher heart. So this right now is just really about love, 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 and kind of really opening that up. Is there anything else? Just really follow your bliss, divine feminine. You know, I know I'm heavy on the divine feminine content, less a little bit on the divine masculine, because I think right now this year we definitely know when we moved into this year, this is about the divine feminine. This is about the divine feminine movement. That's even in the divine masculine, getting more in touch with our feminine side. And so, you know, that's why I'm kind of really pushing and motivating and saying for that. Oh, also, your soul family is a support right now. Very thing, you'll find people that maybe you had not talked to, or maybe you even felt instinctively like you want to kind of reach out to them, say, hey, how you doing? We're really creating this network of support in our soul family. So we're really connecting that way. So soul family is really prevalent. Something happened, but I won't share because that's something private that pretty much happened between myself and my niecey Pooh. Well, she said that she listens, my baby girl, she listens to the video. However, I'm noticing how spirit in your soul family uses other people to give voice for something that maybe needs to be said, or needs to be forgiven, or needs to be something. So kind of really watch the signs. Sometimes maybe you might be somebody you might need forgiveness from, or you want to hear thank you from. They won't actually be able to do them themselves, but they'll use other people to be able to use them as a channel to be able to speak to you and say, you know what, I could feel through the spirit, through the soul, that was them speaking through this person, telling me thank you or I apologize or whatever like that. Okay, so let's get on into the reading. 8 minutes in, 8:27. So I'm gonna start off with I'm gonna do a combination of the angels in with this reading too, because I really heavy on the angels. I think really with these times that we're going through, we've got to learn divine feminines and divine masculines to really lean on these MVPs that are unseen, are angels. We're not leaning on them enough, and they sitting there like, you know, we just called waiting on you to call on us, but you ain't said nothing, you know. And some of it is because we don't know we got an MVP, we got some, you know, something else in the bag that we can pull out on these karmic situations, and just going through our daily lives and finding our bliss, that we have actually angels that we can call on and say, you know what, I need help. You know, I don't know if I'm calling on the right angel, but whoever it is, you know, I need you. You know, if, like I told you all before, if in nobody else you think of, Archangel Michael is the main one to call, especially for us that's on this divine unisoul journey, that could be able to carry us and say, you know, I need help. And then he'll come usher in and come in with the sword of truth. And I forgot to open up and ordain for that, but they already here. But for you to use them. Okay, so I'm gonna wave my feather here to clear the energies and to welcome in for the angels to come here with us. Okay, all right, so now that's my new thing. So now let's see what is, okay, you want me back here, you keep pulling me back this way, so you evidently it's like that ain't the sweet spot. So okay, so now clear. Tell us, what is this week's objectives for the divine feminine and the divine masculine, the collective? What is the objective you need for us to work with? This went to the side. What question would you ask a fortune teller? Okay, these same little cards, but that's fine. Okay, so now it seems like if you were able to ask the universe something, what would you ask the universe? Okay, so that could go like as far as in your dreams, you know, like how do I go about following my bliss? What do I actually do in order to get my bliss? Who's going to be the key essential people that's going to help me to get my bliss? You know, what things can I do in the meantime while I'm waiting until I get my bliss? You know, so those are the things in which you need to kind of concentrate on as far as finding you know, your dream. And to me, the whole thing to me this week is really following and really preparing and getting ready to follow up your bliss. So now let's ask the angel cards that Mom Clear had asked had given me. One of the readers say, tell your mama thank you for giving that. I did tell her. Thank you for the angel card. So this is bringing in a whole different twist. Like I said, I have not seen angel cards like that. I got me some more too, by Melanie Beckler. She's a good person to follow as well, to help. She's got some other things that's more angelic vibrations too. She works with that. Make sure you subscribe to her channel because she has Melanie Beckler. She picks angel cards. You can pick, like, she do 1, 2, and 3. You see which one resonates with you, which is the angels talking to you and speaking to you and tell you what's your message for the week. I think this is April 28th to May 4th. I think that's the date of it. So we're looking at. So this is the card that I drawn. Okay, interesting. That look like the Alpha and the Omega. I know that's the Omega sign. It might be the other way with the angels, because that's Omega going down. Okay, so let me see which one is that. Ooh, this is Archangel ZURIEL, the keys to self-fulfillment. Okay, for issues of it's the angel of a Libra. Interesting. For issues of straightforwardness, balance, and conformity. See page 70. Okay, that's interesting. So it's on spiritual completion and 0, ending and completing and sealing up a cycle. 0. Okay, starting with nothingness. Okay, page 70. Okay, the Starfire Suite. This is what we're working with this week for to get our bliss. What questions we need to ask. ZURIEL. So we need to call on the angel ZURIEL this week. Okay. This is the card for those who, as the scales imply, seek balance in all things. You are a lover of beauty and harmony, and you try to avoid anything that does not conform to your standards. This desire to look always at both positive and negative aspects extends to relationships in your work and private life. And although you are straightforward in many ways, you will do anything to avoid quarrels and dysfunctional situations, sometimes making matters worse in the long run. Use rose quartz. That's so funny. I brought that down. As I said, I was working with that. I bought that. Spirit say bring that down. Rose quartz or tourmaline to promote balanced relationships, to heal quarrels. You may have so much need to retain your balance in life that whenever something new occurs, You weigh the pros and cons endlessly, failing to make necessary decisions. If this applies to you, ZURIEL points out that you are missing out on certain experiences because you take too much account of your second and even third thoughts. As a result of your prevarication, your life may be even, but may also be empty and lacking fulfillment. Fill one of the scales with love and allow the other to balance through experience. You will encounter ups and downs, but the one will bring greater appreciation of the other. So what I'm reading through this is that, in order for you to find your bliss, it's okay for you to kind of shake things up. Don't look for the easy route to get your bliss. That you actually might have to shake things up in order to follow your bliss. Okay, so that's what I'm really saying today will be follow your bliss, and it's okay to shake things up. Okay, so now let's look at as far as what are some of these events that's going to kind of help clear and following your bliss, to ask this question about how do you follow your bliss. So we asked Archangel ZURIEL kind of really, since you came out, kind of helping lead and guide today's thing. So this is for the divine feminine, because I was thinking divine feminine. And what is it? Okay, wait a second. Okay, you know what? Let me stop. This is for the divine feminine. This is for the overall. This is for divine masculine. Because I didn't say specifically. I thought, he answered it. This is the overall. So the overall events this week will be falling in love, Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition, a new home. So again, this new love could be falling through your bliss. This new love again also is, falling in love. Yeah, a new home, sorry. Falling in love can also be falling in love with self, falling in love with the divine masculine, those things. Just falling in love with the idea of this newness, this new home. To me, the new home would be in the idea of like this dream, this career would be a new home, maybe also a physical new home as well, or you also kind of creating a new place for you in the divine masculine, or the divine masculine and divine feminine, to actually end up, you might have had an idea of how you wanted things to be. You're in the destination, how you all wanted to build a home, and found out that you say, you know what, let me scrap that. With things that's going on, I think I want to create a new place for us together physically to cohabitate together, the divine feminine and myself. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So for the divine feminine, we have confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So what I'm feeling is, although this came in reverse, is that this is first, you're coming from a place of feeling of not being too confident, kind of the confidence is the issue. Being scared to kind of stretch your wings and fly, and you've been underestimating yourself. But now, that was from last week. I told you we had some rocky kind of things. We were kind of riding the tides of letting all the things in our minds just float out and just come on out. And, we kind of, some of us got back into the past. Some of us came fast forward into the future, into the present. And my mind was just a real storm of just thoughts and ideas, that some of them good, some of them bad. So now this week is like you saying, you know what, that's it with that. I kind of got some clarity while I was kind of brainstorming, and literally you were brainstorming, and to spread your wings out and say, okay, now I'm ready to fly. I'm ready to try. So again, you too were in the process of being a butterfly, cocooning, and now you're letting that blood pump with you, that brainstorming, letting it kind of go through your ideas in your mind about what things you want to happen, how you want to get your bliss. And so this week you're saying, you know what, I want to really take it for a test run. I want to take some of them ideas that I believe that were good towards the end of the week. Like I told you, now start shifting and seeing which stuff can stay and what stuff needs to just kind of fall through. So now you're going to take those ideas that you have now, and now you're thinking about, okay, you're not going to underestimate yourself. That goes back to Archangel ZURIEL saying, you know what, feel it, although you might rock the boat on some people. Some people might not understand what this newness means. Some people might say, well, you've been a teacher all your life. Now all of a sudden you're going to stop it to become a full-time life coach. Who ever heard of that? That ain't no thing. So, at this point, you at the point that you're saying, you know what, I'm going to start looking. I'm going to really create me a business plan. I'm going to start really putting some things into action, kind of start talking to people. So now you kind of really seeing how you can follow your bliss, okay? And you're asserting your independence and your creativity. How you doing it? Because you're actually also trying to find ways physically for this thing to manifest in your world, okay? For the divine masculine, you have you got several things. Two of earth, too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. You're probably divine masculine, becoming a little overwhelmed with some things. Again, you were cocooning last week, pumping blood into your wings so you could be able to take off and actually fly. Right now, I want to say it's not time for you to let go of the chrysalis right now. It's still time for you to keep on pumping the blood according to this, because it seems like it's saying right now, if you were a butterfly, you got too many things going on. It's like the wings ain't really all the way developed. The blood have really pumped all the way through. Half of you is still stuck in the chrysalis, half of you half out. So, you could take that symbolism for life. It's like, you still half in the karmic situation, half saying, no, I want out of it. You're pumping yourself, trying to get yourself financially, mentally, physically, emotionally ready for this takeoff of this freedom. And, it's a lot of things, but at the same time, you're looking at the ground saying, oh my God, I don't want to fall. I don't want to fail at this, but I do know that I got to get out of this chrysalis because it's time for me to go on, or this situation, this karmic situation, or being stuck on, stuck on stupid, stuck on being, just no kind of movement at all. It's just a stalemate, okay? And so now you consider, so they're saying, why you doing all this? Kind of lighten up the mood, kind of think of it, some lighthearted things, think about doing some things that you like, to kind of get your mind off the set of like, oh my God, I'm still stuck in this chrysalis, everybody else flying, I ain't flying, that kind of stuff right there. But you gaining knowledge, because I do see a tree right here. It looks like to me you really need to work on your solar plex, your sacral. Solar plex is standing in your power, your sacral, which is how you intimacy, which how you connect with others. Your heart chakra, you need to work with that, because that's representing that, opening up your heart. And your red is in here, so you need to get grounded and rooted in the idea of which way you're going to actually make this decision. When we see here next is 4 water, missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Some of you all are kind of still stuck. I keep on saying stuck on stupid. I might have to title it that. You're still stuck on stupid. Which is, you're stuck on what happened in the past, okay? And so, it's over with, just like I had told my divine master, you got to kind of get on this with the prayer of serenity, which is, you got to get to the point that, the things that, you can't do anything. I pray that you'll be able to know the things that you can't do nothing else about. Know the things that you able to change, and be able to know the difference while you're going through this. And that's the same thing. It's a missed opportunity. Yeah, okay, you messed up things with the divine feminine, or you messed up things in getting you a new job, or you messed up things on getting this new loan that was going to help you financially get out the situation so you can get freedom from the karmic. Okay, we get that. But now, you can't get to the point that you kind of discontent. And I kind of felt that too. I should have said that at the beginning with the divine masculine. Some of them, they kind of getting stuck in that rut. It's like a person stuck in the mud, ties like they say in the South. Like I always think of my cousin Vinny, and he was just spinning the wheels, or if you're in snow, like we supposed to be having again here in Chicago, and you spinning, and somebody say, you got to rock it, you got to go back, you got to go forward, you got to go back, you got to go forward, you got to go back, and then that last time when you do it, it breaks you free. So you're going to find yourself, even though divine masters, that you'll find yourself even doing that as well, where you kind of find yourself going back into the past, going forward, going back into the past, going forward. And then, that last time, you keep on doing it, you'll be able to break free. You put all your energy into it. So right now, this is just open your eyes up into the possibilities right now. Let's not concentrate. That goes back to being very playful in your approach. You know, bring lightheartedness, which means to me, raise your energy, raise your vibrations a little bit, because you know, the more you stay in that kind of vein or that mindset, you're gonna keep on attracting more things to kind of weigh down on you. Here's another thing pile up on you, another thing pile up, another thing, to make you feel like, oh God, this is it, this is the end all, this is where I'm gonna be, it's not gonna get any better from here. Okay, then also you got the 9 of water. Okay, 9 of water, your wishes come true, concerns fade away, a love of life. So, you know what, this is what I kind of feel with you. Your things is going to go through 3 phases, Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine, you look like you're just going to kind of stay there. You're just going to test your wings all this week. So I want to say at the beginning of right now, it's too much going on. You need to make a decision. But then you kind of find a way to say, let me get a little lighthearted. You work with those chakras I just told you earlier. Middle of the week, like hump day, Wednesday, you kind of saying, you know, you're going back saying, oh, I missed an opportunity. You rocking that car back and forth, rocking back, rock back, in the past, in the front, going forward, in the past, going forward in your thoughts, going in the past, going forward, and think about the future in your thoughts. You're doing that. Then something's going to have you open up your eyes to opportunity. This is going to be a spiritual message. Spirit is going to bring that to you. If you're watching this channel, you're going to start working with Archangel ZURIEL. ZURIEL going to clear up some things. Take that thing that's been upside down, flip it around for you, and help you to get some more clarity about what needs to occur and happen. Okay. And so then once you do that, you start working with your angels. Look like it's going to help you to open up your wishes come true. Some things you're going to kind of see some things moving and adjusting. Some of the concerns about what you say, I can't do it. So like it's a butterfly, you're kind of slowly moving. You're seeing your butterfly wings getting stronger. You're losing, kind of getting away from that chrysalis a little bit. You're just loosening up. You say, ooh, I can find a way. I'm not tearing my wings. I'm killing myself by seeing this. And you're going to have a love of light to say, you know what, I can do it. Like former President Barack Obama said, yes, I can. Or like, what's that old Lord, I can see Norbit, when they talk about, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So you're going to be kind of doing that as well. So now let's look at in the love area, what clear Archangel ZURIEL tell us about this week for the Divine Feminine. What is going to happen as far as for her. That looked like that came out last week. And what's going to happen for the Divine Masculine as far as for him. Okay. All right. So the Divine, let me get some clarifiers before I go into that. That's going to be half the battle. Can I get a clarifier for this one? Okay. Gonna get a clarifier for this one. Okay. Oh, and a clarifier. Sorry, I was looking at that one. And can I get clarified for this one? 2 things. Gotcha. Okay. So Archangel ZURIEL is saying that trust. Okay. So you got to learn how to trust. In order for you to be having these wings spread out, that you're doing this way, especially when we talk about our dreams, following our bliss, this situation and shaking things up, you know, shaking not stirred, maybe I might even call that. I'm getting he brings gone ZURIEL, you bring some good titles, we're going to work on which one. So the following bliss, you got to be shaken not stirred, Divine Feminine. So, you know, kind of think of that. Say, I'm a martini this way, you know, shaking not stirred, but sometimes I got to shake some things up to come up with a good drink. And so I don't drink, but I just know. Don't ask me. And I think I lived vicariously through the Divine Masculine to be able to know how alcohol tastes and whatever. Because I zapping it. I didn't know that's who I was tapping into. I knew it right off the bat messing with him. That, you know, like, oh, that's why I know about alcohol, although I don't drink. So anyway, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so again, even while you're out there following your bliss, you're opening up your wings, you're flying. You got to remember, it's okay if people, I'm shaking people up. It's okay if they don't understand what I'm doing. It's okay if they're questioning. If it's okay if they're going to say, but baby, I'm kind of concerned about X, Y, Z. That's fine. You're shaking up things, might lose some friends, do whatever. We can't be going by the status quo anymore. This is what Archangel ZURIEL is trying to tell you, and the universe is trying to tell you. You gotta go ahead. It's not all right to be, just a peacemaker, and I'm a light worker, and I bring light to wherever I go, and I don't shake things up. It is what it is, and they say, and that's good, because then you learn from the experience. You learn what makes you stronger, what things, maybe what to say, what not to say. You're going to have some takeaways from that. That's most definitely, and I even know that you myself. I had some takeaways from it. So again, this is going to help you to trust, and then it's also going to help you build it. Bringing this to me is that when you do have those times with the divine masculine, when you all are in union physically, that you won't be so shaken up. It's so much that you could be so much in angelic and expecting everything to be good and flowing and everything's lovely, and then when those times come that you have some things that really shake you up, that don't go the way it is, you in like a shell shock. You like panic, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So next time when those things do happen, you already experienced it, that okay, all right, he don't like what I said, or she didn't like what I said. It's okay. What does it do? We learn from it. I learned that they'll forgive me. I learned that I forgive them. I become stronger and have some kind of takeaways about how I can apply that. Well, I won't do that next time, or next time when I do it, I'll do it a little differently, but that don't mean don't do it, because that's the same thing like we, for time there, my mom used to always get on me because I'm being Aries, I got a mouth. And she used to kind of beat that down, like, nah, you can't express it, tell everybody, because I was, before these kids that we have now, I was first generation, the godfather generation of children that speak the mind and didn't have no filter, but, I can understand now why she said that, because, it's a time and place, you want to, when you speak your truth, that when you speak your truth, it's respected. It's not just like, oh Lord, here come divine sunshine, giving her 22 cents or her 2 cents all the time. And then people is like, yeah, she always speaking her mind. She giving involuntary truths that ain't nobody even asking for it. It has now that when I do speak, and I don't speak that much, I do listen, not like on this channel. I listen. And then when I do, I see a lot of people now here lately, like, you're really good at listening and then throwing back at us what we're trying to say. You're a good mediator. You're good for this. You speak your truth. I respect that. I rely on that. I can count on it, how it can help me and apply to my life, sometimes I say, well, I think I kind of, when I do say I'm a little kind of rough around the edges, some people say, no, I respect that, and like you say, you'll find out those people that know how to receive the information, know that you're coming from a good place, that you're not coming from a place that you're trying to, hurt or harm them. It's like, I'm really saying this because I want to pour light into you so you can become better. That's the same way you'll find out when you're doing this, following your bliss. Some people will get it, some people that don't. And you'll find out, those things that didn't work out beforehand, how to kind of temper it a little bit better. And then, you'll find out how people will appreciate you down the line. They might not say it then. They might be like, oh, I ain't like it. But then years down later, they might say, you know what, I appreciate that time when you told me, about myself. Or I appreciate that time when you cut me loose. Exes might come back, because it made me better person for the wife I had now. I was acting stupid. I apologize to you, that I had act that way because, that's how I was then. But, to break up with you and you told me, this ain't working, the karmic or whatever, they might come back and say, you helped me to be a better person. You don't know how it's going to be. Or when you cut that job and you told the boss about themselves, made them help them get on their toes about some things. So you just never know how you do that. So really what this is, trust. To me, when I see serendipity in reverse, it's like, let's stop relying on like fates to bring things to fated events. It's like, sometimes you get into this point that you kind of look and say, okay, well, when this happened, then I know I'm on the right track of my bliss. When this happened, no, the angels is pretty much telling you now, and the universe is telling you now, you create your own fated event. It's time for you to start now taking life in your own hands and start making it. And even if you make some mistakes, it's all right. Remember, just like how it travels, I told you before, it goes on the path, off the path, on the path. You don't never stay like this. This ain't never how that track light goes up and down, up and down, up and down. That is how it travels. So even if you hurt some people, even if you make the wrong turns, even if you do hurt some people's feelings on the way, which is not intentional, say the prayer, Ho'oponopono prayer, which I apologize, thank, again, you forgive you. You say, I apologize, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Say that all over. Some way the universe goes in there, clear all that whatever in bad intentions that they had, and gives you a clean slate. Okay, so the universe is saying, stop relying on these fated events to happen. You go out and get grab the bulls by the cojones, and you go on ahead and make it happen. Divine masculine, you have here codependency. You're still working with that, and that's probably why you kind of like, I'm half in the butterfly and the chrysalis and half out, because you're still holding on. Love is hard to do when love is gone. And that's no lie. Holding on. So you still holding on. So you got to let that thing go again. So they're saying right now, because what you're holding on is codependency, is not bringing you peace. It's not bringing you new beginnings. It's not bringing you the olive. Although you keep on trying to bring the olive branch and say, I'm just gonna kind of smooth it over. I'm just gonna stay right here. And the universe say that ain't working. You supposed to been cracked out this shell and moved on by now, but you still in this egg stage, okay? So, and you want these fated events to start happening. So they said, no, you ain't gonna get no peace that way. You got to hear for retreat. So now you need to kind of retreat, taking your analytical side and your feminine side, which is emotional side, and really get some understanding about things. You need to kind of imagine the life that you want to have, okay? Because you already saying, the possibilities. What are the possibilities you want to have, especially you following your bliss? Again, Archangel ZURIEL saying you got to shake some things up. You're going to have to shake up that codependency, this karmic situation, whether it's a person, place, or things, this job, whatever. You're going to have to shake it up. I'm sorry. Shake it, not stirred. You're going to have to shake it. Not stir it. Stir is real nice and gentle like. You're going to have to stir. You're going to have to shake it. Shake that up, okay? And so it can get weight. So start imagining things. That's how you're going to shake things up. Stop visioning things. Using that third eye there. Concentrate on it. See how you see yourself in the life. Universe will say, oh, okay, all right then. Opening up, doing the things here to open up and say, I'm letting in the universe. Please bring those things into me. Okay, retreat. How you do that? You got to go within. You got to go within. You got to use the mind. You got to use the third eye. Start imagining these things. So you have your manifestation power. Start manifesting. Manifestation is right here. Up above, not in the solar plex, but right in between the heart and that one. Manifestation chakra belongs there. You right there. So you got this color right here. Okay, and then make sure that you keep on. You said at the end of the week, it seems like a phases that Archangel ZURIEL brought to us is bringing us love. At the end, you're going to have that love. You're going to be like Beyonce, love on top. So you're going to be having that kind of in your heart. Honey, honey. Okay, so you're going to be able to, all that stuff. Okay, love on top. Feel blessed. Keep that kind of feeling on that. If you want to, maybe put that on your playlist. I guess you say you don't want the boys to listen. If you're a divine masculine in-house in a male body, then yeah, then, you don't want to hear that. But blast that, in there. Or if you are a divine feminine, if you are a feminine, and you have divine masculine energies house, and you blast that in the morning, kind of get yourself together. The twin flame 1111, Cassidy, She sent a players list on Spotify. If you have Spotify, get on there, which helps. She said again, music is another way to kind of help change the vibrations and some things. That's why I kind of sing on this channel too, because it kind of changes things. So keep in mind with that. Go on Spotify. It's called Twin Flames 1111. It's a playlist of all love songs to kind of keep you in that kind of like vibration of love, keep your vibration high. But definitely I would say for you all, that's the song, the theme this week. I would say play that. It's saying that very strongly. Play that. Even your divine feminine, divine masculine, love on top. Let's bring this loving feeling on top. Whether it's love on top about your bliss, about what you want to get in life, whether it's getting into union about that. You know, let's play that out so it can help you stay in this blessed feeling here. Okay, we did that. Let's look at with the divine, what are some energies that you need to kind of work with as far as clear. Okay, I seen that. I am living with divine counterparts, living the life that God designed for me. Okay, that's my reminder, and it wouldn't go away. Clear. So I figured Archangel ZURIEL wants me to read that to you. 4044. Interesting. Okay, now, so get grounded for the divine feminine. Yeah, I think you pretty much know what I'm saying before I even say it, really. And divine masculine. Okay, so the divine feminine. What you got to do in order to work with in your divine feminine energy is God of balance. So you got God of battle. So you got to suit up here. Because you're stretching your wings. This is something new. And I'm thinking pretty much to me, you have to have God of battle as far as in this mindset. Because this is a male. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you're going to have to battle the mind. Because the mind and the ego are going to do battle against you. As far as what your spirit and your heart say. I want to do this. And they're like, no, you ain't going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do this. And they're going to come up with all different kind of daggone reasons why you can't do it. You know why you can't fly. Your wings ain't ready. You supposed to be back in that chrysalis. You know, you ain't pumped enough blood. All this stuff. Same thing just in life. You know, you not ready. You know, divine masculine ain't thinking about you. You ain't going to get that dream job. You too old. You tried it before. Blah, 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 blah. So those are the things that you're going to have to do battle. So you're going to have to suit up. Again, ask Archangel ZURIEL, Archangel Michael, for you to be able to kind of suit up. And say, no, we're going to go ahead and do this. Last week's angels was, that I did in that, I definitely asked Archangel Raphael for you to get that balance of that emotional and that analytical side, balance that out. So those are the ones right now. And I think it was trust to get up to higher levels. That was Archangel Hariel. Yeah. Him, that angel too. As well, he said it don't matter if you call me him or her. It don't matter. We all androgynous. Okay, thank you. Cause I'll be like he, her, he, and like we answered to all of it. Don't just get it out there. Thank you. That getting up to higher heights too. Okay, if you don't remember, go back to Archangel Raphael's thing again and read and look that video back up again. So yeah, Sariel, Ariel. Higher heights. And so those are the ones you need to work on. Really, I will call on them as well. You got to battle up. Got to suit up for battle, because this is really going to be a fight of your life to kind of kill that ego down, suppress him down. Ego is not bad, but you know, when they get to talking that you can't, and don't you remember, divine master ain't thinking about you, and you talking about you, he over there with the common living his best life. Living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you. Live my best life. No, So while you trying to do it, saying, live my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you, ego. Living my best life. So that's what you doing. You going by. So you keep on saying, smile, smile, dear. Smile, dear. Go on. So that's what you saying. Okay, so keep that in mind while you're doing that. Now, for the divine masculine, he has openness in reverse. But we're going to call it not in reverse because we don't do that. for the divine feminine energies. I mean, for the energies of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. It just is what it is. So you need to really balance out. I got a fork on that. It say, yeah, you working on, you had not been open, so now you got to work on being open, okay? So this means really getting along with your shadow self, your light self, your dark self, making way, being married, balancing out those two things so you can be open, so that you can bring in the light. And then get some knowledge, acknowledgement, some awareness, some intuitiveness about some things that's going on, so you can get into greener pastures, get some more knowledge about things, and create a new pathway and direction in which you're going. Okay. Ooh, that was good. So let's ask them how you're gonna go about doing that. Let's ask these cards. Clear. Divine feminine. Okay. Again, you going to this thinking man. I told you about that. Just you got to keep on about this. I will add on to your playlist too as well. Living My Best Life by Lil Duval. That one too. I'll play that for you, divine feminines. Divine master, you can listen to it too. Add that done. So Love on Top, Beyonce, and also add to your playlist Living My Best Life, Lil Duval. That one. Because you gonna have to smile regardless. Although it say smile bitch, but smile regardless about that. You can get the clean version of it. Tell yourself, I got to smile throughout. Nah, I'm gonna smile at my ego. You telling me about what I can and can't do, then I'm gonna go on. So really look at this. I see a crystal in hand again. They told you the tourmaline and the rose quartz. Make sure you carry some of this with you throughout this week. Have that apart with you. I got rose quartz already on here. Matter of fact, it seems like a time I gotta go ahead and clean them out. I can see this. I don't know what happened with you. Okay, so anyway, the rose quartz, I can hear my mentors watching them say, I told you it's time to clean your stones. So to do that, I run some water through it, and she said freeze them. You could do it. Some people like to put in salt, whichever one do. Some people like to put in a potted plant too that can absorb, especially that with this one. So nice to clean that out. You do that. It's getting hot in here. And so then you kind of think to help that crystal, clear quartz too, can help clear up your mind as well. To really say, I got to get clear. I got to get clear all these ideas of what I can and cannot do. Tell this ego to shut up. Get this mind right and focus on what I want. Stop looking on the outer for fated events to happen. Some of that fated events to be is these signs also with the numbers and everything. They're fine. The angels do work with you on that. But sometimes, again, we could get to the point that that's all we looking at. Okay. And that's an issue. You can't be just relying like, okay, well, I don't see no signs. That mean I don't move. No, the angels saying, no, we wait. Who battle of it's a feisty angel here. Talk about, nah, sucker, I'm waiting on you to move. So, I don't know, that's ZURIEL. So somebody feisty. One of these angels is extra spicy, caliente, or some other, or maybe it's some ancestors that's here, but somebody real feisty. Like, nah, sucker, we waiting on you to move. So you get to moving and doing what you got to do, divine feminine. With the masculine, with this openness, it's clarified by hostilities. We talked about that earlier, being upset about some things. What was that? That was clarified by the 4 water, which I would believe so, that you probably might have been a little hostile about some things. And some of you all might have been not being hostile. It came in reverse. You could be a little complacent about some things. So really, in some ways, this can come as a double-edged sword, no pun intended, but we see the sword there, which is really using that sword instead of using it against yourself, to really use it to help to kind of like chop down these things of telling you, about these things about missed opportunities, chop that away, let that go. What you're discontented, and usually at the point that you're saying, well, I'm just going to sit here because that's my best life going to offer me, and this is it. So, again, you got to get with that. Living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you. Living my best life. Ain't going, bitch. Smile now. Come on. So you got to go ahead and do the same thing. But you got to take that sword. Now, when I look at this, I think of Archangel Michael, that sword of truth, going through there, cutting those cords, going through there. These look like, I don't know why it is, all these trees, but they look like cords. These cords is connected to you, especially when we talk about this codependency. Cut them cords off, you know. For you, I would say divine masculine. I would say put on that cloak of psychic protection. You do that. You put it on you, this blue cloak. Take it off. Take the hood off. Let Archangel Michael put the blue helmet on you, protect your mind and all these upper chakras here. Then also put the breastplate on that he has as well, because you're a little vulnerable here. You see, this is open, so you want to have that protected. Let him put the blue breastplate on as well. Then you have your cloak, and then, you know, you stand there with the sword of truth, and you use that to cut certain things. And you ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords around your things, especially when you talk about this codependency of things that do not need to no longer belong or attach themselves to you. Say, you know, that you're ready and you're asking for his assistance to do that, especially when you're talking about this codependency thing. When we're talking about things in life, let's think about what things got to change this week. What changes are going to happen in life? Clear. For the divine feminine. And for divine masculine. Let's see, two right here. They was right here. And give me what things do they have to surrender in order to work with, in order for that to happen. Okay, so divine feminine, you need to let go of these finances. So you got some financial issues too as well. That might be something that's why you're not really following your bliss like you would like to, and seeking and finding. I'd say again, that seeking and looking for them signs, some serendipitous events, and trying to find those things that's happening. Got to let that go, okay. With that changes in that, but then also you got to seek and find where your bliss is as well, okay? So you got to, those two things is something that you got to, life changes is going to happen and occur this week in those two areas. For the divine, so you need to surrender to play, take a break from overthinking a goal, okay? Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. That sounds kind of like the divine masculine. You all are both reflecting those things. And then surrender to silence. In the quiet meditation and contemplation, let go into the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. So like while you doing all this, kind of getting this thinking under control, you know, again, take you some playtime, back up, do some things that you like I told you, go to water, you know, kind of listen to some water, let it kind of cleanse you as well. That's the way you can meditation 2 for 1. Playing, getting outdoors if you can, and meditation, let it replenish you as well. Told you that earlier. Also, self-care, divine masculine. This is what you got to do, especially what you're trying to get out this situation, with, especially with this codependency, and you're moving through those phases this week. Make sure you have self-care and health-care change. Okay, so this means how you go about handling your health. As far as it could be also with health insurance, who knows, or maybe you might find yourself have to find another doctor. Maybe you might say, I gotta go see a doctor. A lot of divine masculines, with these changes that's happening here lately, they are finding themselves having a lot of physical ailments that's going on. It looks like to me, it's saying you got to get kind of really how your intimacy, how you relate to others, and how you got to get standing in your power. And you got your heart. It's in the background too. So those things you got to kind of like work on. Spirit's telling me in some ways, say maybe some digestive things, maybe some respiratory things, or you got your heart. Any of those things that's located in those areas, liver, you know, kind of watch that. That's what I'm picking up. Liver, stomach, digestive issues. Could be reproductive things too, maybe. And then your heart, your breathing, respiratory. Those things I will go kind of checking and make sure I'm doing things like some cardio, maybe workout. You might want to do some more cardio. things to get that together. You might want to even, maybe if you exercise, I don't know why this bring it to me, doing a lot of strengthening of the lower parts, especially some stomach crunches or something like that. Get that core together, get that grounded as well. Those are the things. Look like some exercise in the stomach if that's what you're doing about that exercise regime as well. So that's why I do a little bit more of that if I was you. So do some walking, you know, whatever kind of cardio exercises, bicycling or whatever, running a little bit. That would kind of very much help. Divine Feminine, if I was trying to work on even my masculine self, it looks like to me you might need to kind of get more into some yoga things too, to get that moving, that energy moving in the physical. Surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed. So what you got to surrender in order to have these changes is your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson in every moment. So you need to, again, you see these new opportunities coming again. You, in order to share and follow your bliss again. Remember, again, the theme is shaken, not stirred. We ain't trying to stir up some things very nicely. We got to shake it up till we really, you know, when you get apple juice and you shake it up, or you get any kind of thing that you trying to like I take the water and I like the little crystal light things that you put in water, and I put a little honey, raw honey in mine. In order for that raw honey to really dissipate into the rest of the water, the liquid, I got to shake it up real hard, you know, and then it can kind of really become sweetened the rest of the drink. And that's the same thing like you have to do. You're going to have to shake it up for your life to become sweetened, okay? So think about that in your path, especially when you're following the bliss. You're trying to follow your soul's path, okay? You want to do that. Have I seen all the cards? I did the heart. I did what we got to follow, okay? Just kind of really seeing very quickly what's going on with the divine feminine, clear as far as into thinking about thoughts of union. I did see that come out. Okay. And divine masculine, thoughts of union. Let's see where this came out. Okay, so with this, we did like one reversal. So right now, you think of divine feminine as far as union. It's in the distant horizon. You like it. I ain't really thinking about that like right now. Bad health. Interesting. Looks like to me, it looks like it's saying, you know, if you talk about heart or reviving that right now, you're saying, I ain't kind of really ready for that at this point. Picture here is a patient in the bare bones public, like I'm really working on this. Well, oh yeah, okay, here it is. Picture here a patient in bare bones. Public ward on a hard iron bed with a thin blanket while a nurse checks his chart. Literally, it means poor health, a cold, a minor illness, or a sprain. With cards like distant horizon, which we have, it could be serious. A checkup could be in order. The illness could put you in bed. From this sense, it comes to mean rest, breaks, and naps. Above would be what's going on. Okay, now. This card indicates sickness, depression, addictions, or problems. With card 14, no, that ain't out here. Okay, Is this really saying it's time to rest and recover? You should retire to do nothing. Bad health can indicate a patient's room, bed rest, or medical treatment. In love matters, it can indicate problems in the relationships accompanied by feelings of powerlessness. And that's what we talk about. I say, what's happening about union? So right now, you just feel powerless. That's what I felt like. It's just like, it's kind of like it's on life support. The thought about union right now is on bad health. Some things got to be kind of checked out. I'm seeing a woman there, so I got to check out my emotions. Way I'm thinking ain't really healthy about the whole situation. I see the card of despair next to it. So it's kind of, for some of you all, it's a kind of little shaky, flaky. Now you got despair. You're going in order again. This card here, a member working poor, distraught from employment, reduced to letting a tear slip in the streets, literally grieving or weeping. It can also be severe stress leading to emotional exhaustion, serious concussions, fevers, and migraines. This card is also commonly used for jealousy. With luck, a positive card will be next to it. Yeah, it is. Which offers balance and hope that all will work out somehow. Okay, so right now, I pick up that you kind of really thinking about union. It kind of is, it's a little stressful, and it's, for some of you all, it's very depressed. But you're not that depressed because it's now followed by the family room card, which when you have the family room card, that means it says it's meaning privacy and intimacy, and this sense of closeness can also refer to the time and place is soon, near, right next to you, no more than a month. Hold fast to the present now. This card describes everything that is very close. It is also a card that indicates your home, privacy in all rooms, apartments. Okay, so this really says, you know, although you might feel this right now, you might feel like it's on, every time I see this, like this union thing in my mindset is on life support. My emotions keep on checking in to see how I actually feel about it. I feel that this union is really in the distance horizon, but that's funny that it starts off with that and it ends with it. Although you feel like it's despair, but something within you still feel like it's hope, and like it's really like the underlying, like it's in the near distance that it's happening. But this is really a private thought. Like you ain't letting everybody on outside thinking. You think everybody on outside say, well, she didn't gave up the union thing and the thought of being in union with her divine master. She didn't say deuces about it. But inwardly and privately, you still hold and keeping hope alive. Okay, so that's what that is. For the divine masculine, you have main male, which is a 1, a 17, and a 16. Okay, main male. So right now, when you're thinking about union, you're really thinking about you want to be the main male, but you're saying you're not that right now. You're not really wealthy. So right now, you're really looking after yourself, and you're trying to find ways to integrate this divine feminine emotions or energies that you have without being, it said, without being selfish. So you really kind of like, I'm kind of within myself. You really kind of in main male status, but you're not. That's because probably from these energies at the beginning you were one way, and towards the end you kind of, at the end of the week, you see an opportunity. And there's kind of reason to these cards too, that you know you kind of like into self right now. It's like I'm kind of working on myself. I ain't where I really want to be. I'm not this wealthy man. I ain't got a lot of things on the wall to kind of remind me of some of the accomplishments that I had did or the good times in life. This is what it's got in the card in the background. There, I see a lamp there. I ain't got too much something. It's got a light there. It's a little dim still, but it ain't shed a lot of main light for me to become the man that I want to. You have here, it's a gift. So, but however, you do know that where you presently are, it is a gift. This card means gifts, aids, help, and support, and resources, rescue, and joy. You know that that is coming soon, that you're going to, you know, the aid is coming. You're seeking help because you know you don't like to. I just told you to call on Archangel ZURIEL to help you. Use that as a resource. It said it also reveals an interesting timing idea unique to Kipper, represented by the next holiday of any sort or your birthday. Generally, okay. Some things are going to open up. They said generally it could stand for winter, that this is going to happen. Now, and some people believe, and let's think about this as well, that, you know, you ever heard of Christmas in July? Some things could be moving in the month of July for you. Okay, this is what I'm picking up. I see the number 1 and 7. That's eerie that interested that the month is. I know it's stretching it, but July is the 7th month, and maybe by 1st of July, some things might get to popping as far as changing with you. This is what I'm picking up. Be receptive to small positive gestures or proposals, so some things, some new opportunities might come up, such as indicate a new job offers, especially when you talk about your wealth, promotion, some helpfulness. It also announces a gesture of reconciliation and even a declaration of love. So you might even in July feel that this coming up. So they could say it's either by the next holiday. We got Memorial Day too. That's a holiday. So some things could start kind of like slowly. I don't feel like that's it. I feel like it's almost like a roller coaster ride. Like I say, tat, 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 like we going up the climb. And we getting up there maybe by July, most definitely. And then we take off from there. Okay. Definitely by Christmas, it's going to be a wrap. It's going to be really, really, really honed in and wrapped up really nice about what's going on. This is a very lucky card that can take the edge off of a nearby negative, which is the main male came in reverse. It stands for happiness, praise, profits, and recognition. There's no downside to this card, they said. So thank God and receive. Now, the thing is, the next thing behind that is thoughts. Okay, this card represents the thoughts of a man the questioner is interested in. His thoughts are positive. We're not touching cards 8, 14, 23, 24, 29, 30. Nope. This card is a great gift at last. A card directly addressing thoughts and matters of mind. This card is generally positive. Here we meet the artist in the studio or drift in the vision. So you're in the midst of really creating something. And while you're creating it, you're creating this lady, which would be the divine feminine. While traditionally called his thoughts, it may also represent the sitter's own concerns, preoccupations, and obsession. Read the cards around this one to learn all the thoughts. Okay, got that. And when surrounded by challenging cards, thoughts may reveal things. Okay, this is a card that reveals your consideration or your opinion or thoughts of others. Though it often indicates thinking about love, a person, or feeling firmly connected with someone, it seems somewhat platonic in love matters. It also shows your memories and ideas, encourages you to reflect thoroughly and to explore new ideas. Again, shake and not stir. You want to follow your bliss, you too got to start creating your divine feminine. I told you imagination was one of the cards there. Start imagining things or how you want things to happen with your divine feminine. Get that painted up. Paint it, use the colors. Use the colors to me will be use your chakras to help open that up, to help this to create this to be. Told you about the things, the memories in the back. Forget about looking about what happened, what coulda, shoulda, woulda. That's that missed opportunities that you keep on kind of going back and forth and shifting between, and start really concentrating on your thoughts. Bring that in, which is good, because at the end of the week you kind of go through this. It looked like you kind of like a step behind the divine feminine. Last week she went through all that storm, brainstorming, and literally a storm of thoughts. It just was good, bad, and ugly. And then now she's coming out of the storm, and now she's like, I can think a little clearly. Like, I can think clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles disappear. Okay, so gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. So that's that. Okay, over to the side. Oh, I heard something go. So that must be clarification on that. Thank you, Archangel Raphael and ZURIEL. So I said yes to that too. Okay. What do I need to draw this? Just give me one thing for one card for overarching thing for divine, because this is going on, but that's all right. For the divine feminine. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Divine masculine. I can see all obstacles disappear. Gonna be a bright, bright, bright day. Okay, all right. So now we got here. Whoa, all right then. Go on, sister. Okay, all right. So for the divine feminine, we have here 29. Got 29, 30, 31, 32. You're leveling. Divine feminine, you are leveling up. Divine masculine kind of, again, tapers back off of where you are, 33, 34, and then he goes down to 12. Okay, so he's like, I'm trying to catch up or pick up where you are and kind of continue on like the baton. It's almost like pass, like a baton. That's what I was seeing, like a relay race. Okay, so you stop. Okay, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to try to kind of go on with it. Look like he's like, that's too much. And he goes right on back down to 12. Okay, so now let's look and see. Kipper. Okay. Oh, that's easy for me to remember that. Okay. Let's look at the divine feminine. What it have? 29. I like to read the books because sometimes they inspire me. I think I know when I look at it, but sometimes it's like, So, okay, lady. A woman looks up from her book. Her thoughts wander. There's commonality of ambiance and mood that connects this woman and this card to its male counterpart. The red rose provides an additional point of connection that binds them. Is a token of a gift. So right now you're thinking about your divine master. You're going to master these thoughts because we talked about that earlier. This thinking, really following your bliss. Because I see here really to be you becoming very vulnerable with it. You're opening your heart. You're doing all of these other heart chakras as well. I see the solar plex. And I see the more the solar plex right here. And the manifestation right here. Solar plex. So you really working with these right here. This is open. That's really, I see the red there getting grounded in that idea of, this union, this coming together. You got the number 30, which is lilies, calm. So you're becoming calm and very serene in this, and it signifies a long-term relationship and ancestry. So you really are getting contented with this idea of really becoming at peace, either if it's with yourself, with your divine masculine, but there's a wholeness and a union with self or even with the outer that you're becoming one with, okay? This is also about your sexuality and your passion. It also symbolizes motherhood. So you're giving birth to something new, and you might be even possibility in this union becoming a mother as well. So you got a lot of excitement. It's these cards. Okay, yeah, that's that one. Then next you have the sun. This means success. Hear me roar. So the solar face as the moon that follows carries the essential nature of this card as a blessing, success, and big luck. So especially when you're following your bliss, this is you getting everything underneath the sun. So the sun shines and everything under it lights grows. So once you become more into you following your bliss, everything else is going to grow and follow and be blessed by this. It energizes and revitalizes in nature. That's why I told you, divine feminine, go out into nature, become one with nature. So this is kind of help to kind of grow and revitalize some things. And this helps you with, it also signifies confidence to step out into the light by engaging with a project or taking on a new direction. That goes with your bliss. 32, you got love. This is the moon card. Okay. Depicted as a crescent moon holding in her horns. The moon card does not quite live up to the brilliance of the sun. She is more watery in nature, and she really wants to be a star. Okay, so some things you still desiring to level up to. Think of the emotion sirens of the silver screen, acted by intuition, by method, living the emotions of a part they are playing in order to act. This produces great creativity, but it can also create casualties, such as Marilyn Monroe. So kind of watch it with the emotions while you're trying to get this. It seems like it, So, you got to have careful reflections on these emotions that you're having. Remember, the moon also represents illusion, but it brings to your awareness and your intuition. But you got to remember to watch the illusions. It's going long too. Moving on to the divine master, you got the keys. So this keys means solutions. You'll find some synchronicities and some signs of faith that's going to come your way, which is good, divine masculine. Look to my, okay, you got to look to your right for your solutions. Okay, I'm going to look and see what that is. So you're unlocking some things. You get rid of some of these insecurities that's going on that I'm seeing here. You being in prison. And prison to some things. No, you got the birds. Now, the birds are coming up next. Inside a rose, symbolizing mystery. So some mysteries of things that's got to unfold. The birds do come up next after that. But that's not that one. We got the fish. So the fish is plenty of ambiance, water expansion, flowing in departments, but be careful not to tip the scales between tipsy and loaded. You don't want to end up dizzy and bloated. Okay, so you're going to take a deep dive in order to get your what you need in life, your wealth, because you already had the wealth card was in reverse. But they're saying that you got to kind of watch that, because you're going to get the keys to it. But then at the same time, you got to kind of watch. You got to make the most out of the resources that you get, because I think of like a school of fish. Fish is wisdom, you know, knowing some things. So you're going to get the resources to help you to open up these keys to these new opportunities, especially into the matters of heart and romance. We got here also 12. Is that? Ooh, that kind of smell good. I got to get that again. Birds. A phone call, a text, or a date. That is how I communicate. I am meetings or interviews. I like to negotiate. I could be your sibling, your love mate, couples is what I indicate. This card may be symbolic of a jabber, gossip, or the passing of information of a positive kind. Many voices together are louder than one. It could be as simple as an announcement that travels quicker. Okay, so to me, it seems like to me is that no. To me, you're going to get some kind of communication. Either you're going to communicate with your divine feminine, either via phone, text, or you even going to ask for a date. Or this new opportunity that you're looking for might come to you like via email, text, phone call. Somebody might interview you to get a job or position as well. This is what, because your thing was about wealth and starting this bliss and this new communication. So you're going to get the resources, the doors, the keys is going to help to open up, to unlock you about these new opportunities, which was showed in the beginning with the 3 cards, that's going to happen. So you're going to get the resources. And again, you're going to get a communication that's going to really open up, that's going to help you, because especially when I see birds, birds means help you to unlock it to freedom, because that's funny. You got the cage, but then you got the birds being feeder here, which is really feeding you and housing you. This is by choice, but both of them have this reddish kind of color there, so really get rooted and grounded this week. Okay, this is a longer one. So as my friend Sean said, you did another feature. Okay, so now let's look at an ending. Clear. Archangel not Raziel, Lord, but okay, Archangel ZURIEL. He said, I understand. What do you want to say overall to these two? Okay. He wants to say new love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities and spiritual growth. Very good. And he said, I really want to emphasize this. Take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. And he's saying also, take a chance on following your bliss. Wherever it leads you, wherever it takes you, go on ahead and ride the ride, divine feminines and divine masculines, and find out what that is. Okay. Can I go on? And I'd like to say that I love, he said that I got him first. Let me go ahead and see what does the divine masculine want to say this week to the divine feminine. Okay, if that is so, you can bring that back out to me. I know it's stuck to my hand. And divine, okay, let me stop. Divine masculine wants to tell the divine feminine the following. Have patience. Love is patient and kind and always. So keep on still having patience. And then be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are, how you feel. Especially you need that, especially with you being shaking things up and following your bliss. This is great advice that the Divine Masculine is giving you. Okay, Divine Feminine, what do you want to say to Divine Masculine this week, especially with the energies that's going on? You say, I'm simple, I'm to the point. Love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So the Divine Feminine is telling the Divine Masculine, keep on, keep the faith, keep on going the path. Love does not give up. If this is something that you love and you really want, your bliss, this job, this new you're looking for, then you keep on, you endure, you keep going on the course. You keep on going and you don't give up, okay? All right, and it looked like it's saying, and you take everything underneath and sink as far as your dreams with you as you make way for sailing home to your destination. All right, with that, that is the end of the reading. I apologize and don't apologize about this being long, but it has a lot of good stuff in this one that's going to last you all the way through the week. You got really a bonus in here because you got Archangel ZURIEL came in and talked to you all and kind of gave you some advice about how you can do this. So this is really the whole week, and ZURIEL, Archangel ZURIEL, talking to you and giving you some advice about what to do as far as following your bliss. So I want to say thank you so very much to Archangel ZURIEL, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael showed up. I felt that Archangel Sariel, and for coming and showing up as well. Excuse me, I know I murdered your name. And he's like, it's all right, because it's all love, and that's always unconditional. As long as your attempt was to give us a shout out, that's our main concern. And I appreciate it, and I felt that love that they send as well with that. It got me a little full. Thank you. Bring it back. Thank you for all that love. Like, I feel almost like they hug me, say, good job. This week has just been really emotional. I even told my Divine Master, I said, I know why I'm crying about everything. So it's just been that way. Just thank you. Sending this love out to you all. Just saying thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being kind. All those things, and trusting me. That's really true. And being your guide and helping you all through these weeks about helping you as far as how to get into union, how to become whole. Like I told you, I am your intuitive spiritual life coach, and helping you all. I thank you to my baby girl for really giving me, I'll dedicate this reading to her, by giving me motivation to come on and say to do the reading, because it's a lot of things going on my end, family wise. Just when you think about me, just pray, especially with Dad. With that, I told you, as us as readers, we're going through a lot of things, and just kind of keep those things in mind, that we come up here on the front line to help you all. But you know, it's something that we had signed a contract on. They said that we were going to do this for you all. So keep those things in mind when you're doing that. So make sure that you say something, comment or whatever, not just on my channel, but of all of them, as my boo Jupiter 1111 says all the time, to make sure that you send that love back and forth. If it's just a like, or you just say, oh, that was good, send forth love and like to this reader, and that's it, you know, because it's a lot. We all going through something. We all fighting our own battles, our own challenges, and those things. And so all those extra boosts, whether it's from the angels, the universe, and from our soul partners and soul family groups that's helping us, that helps a lot. So, you know, just keep those things in mind. So I say, don't forget, I'm doing specials, $7 for 15 minutes, just to kind of check up to see where you all are, to help you out, to see what things that maybe, you know, when you kind of know things, you kind of plan and kind of move accordingly to whatever the Spirit is giving to me to be able to give to you. So how you can kind of go with this game called life. And on top of that, just go to my website, www.divineunisoul's11.com, and you can go there and book a reading from that point on. If you don't, you know, you can always email me at divineunisoul's11 at gmail.com. Hit me up on that part, say I ain't understand the system or whatever, but I know I want the $7 things. Or you can just go on ahead and just see what I do have. Thank you, angels. The wood has the clear down here. I started to do my nose. Just hit me if you just want to even talk to, you know, say something, you know, whatever like that. I'm open as well for that as well. So just hit me again on my email. Again, it should be listed below. Again, once I finish, give me a little time because it takes me time for me to upload these things, about an hour, especially this one is kind of long. So give it some time. So with that, until next time, work on it. Call on Archangel ZURIEL. That is our angel we work with, along with Archangel Michael. You can still work with Archangel Raphael as well. To go back, look back at that video, kind of if you've forgotten about some good points that was there, how you could be able to work with them is too. Okay. All right then. Until next time. Stay. Oh, they gave me some notes. Okay, do you want me to say that? Say, until next time, stay whole, stay complete, and stay ascended. Namaste, namago.